morning, boys and girls. Good morning, and welcome to our final math lesson for first grade. Are you ready for this? I hope you are. I know I'm ready for this. I can't believe it. First grade's almost over. We've done our last reading lesson, and now it's time for our final math lesson. But again, if you did not watch the reading lesson, I will remind you here. Our lessons will still be on Google Classroom until the end of June, so you can keep working on them. You can keep doing them, especially if you haven't had a chance to get them done yet. Keep working on it. That way you keep staying, your brain sharp and staying smart so that you're ready for second grade, because the next time we talk, you'll be in second grade. Wow, amazing. You guys have done such a fabulous job this year. I'm really, really proud of you. I can't say that enough. I know your moms and dads are both all really proud of you too. So we love you. Keep it up, okay? All right, well, let's get into today's math lesson, our last one, so that we know what we're doing when we go to second grade. All this week, we have been working on our math problems. You know what? Can I stay big and just move up here? Let me see. Yeah, we can still see our problems. All right. So we have been working on our math problems all this week, remembering how to add and how to subtract and get the right answer, because that's what's important in math, is that you have to be accurate. Accurate means you go slow, you take the time, and you make sure you get them correct, okay? So don't be in a hurry, go slow, take your time, and do a good job. All right. We talked about the different strategies we use. Some of us like to use the blocks. We draw our tens and our tens blocks and our one circles so that then we can count them and see how many are there. Some of us, like Alanis, reminded us about our problems where we don't have to draw the circles and the squares. We can just line up our numbers in an even row, our tens and our ones, and add or subtract them that way. What's important is you make sure that you line them up right. You can't subtract a 10 from a 0 or from a 1 or a 1 from a 10. You got to make sure it's ones and ones and tens and tens, okay? Also remember when you're subtracting that if you got 0 ones, you can't take away any others. You're going to have to trade that 10 over here to get some more ones. Remember when we did that last week? If you don't remember, go back and watch that video again, okay? Because that's an important one where a lot of boys and girls get stuck. Today, we're going to continue our work with math word problems, but today I want to kind of really focus more because I know you know how to solve them. But today we need to make sure that we know how to tell the difference between an addition word problem and a subtraction word problem. When you listen to the story, you have to see the story in your head so that you know what it is you're supposed to do. You don't want to take away if you're supposed to be putting together. And you don't want to put numbers together if you're supposed to be taking them away. So let's really quick look at these stories that we did earlier this week. This was one that we did earlier this week, and so was this one. And I want to read them again and see if you can tell me which one is it adding and which one is subtracting. Which one do we put together? Which one do we take away? I'm going to get my highlighter out here and see if this can help us. All right, listen to the story. Damien has 14 brownies. He bakes 22 more. How many brownies does he have now? What am I supposed to do in this problem? Am I adding together or am I taking away? Right, I'm adding them together. Good job. How do you know? Very good. Yes, this word right here that says, I have more. Whenever you see that something that says, I need 22 more. He got 6 more from his mom. He found 10 more on the playground. Usually when you hear that word more, a lot of times that means you're adding. When the question says, how many brownies does he have now? How many does he have now? A lot of times 2. That's a clue that you're putting together. But you got to be careful because sometimes the words can be tricky. What you always want to make sure you do is get a picture inside your head. When you're listening to or reading the story, make a picture in your head. I want you to see what's happening, just like when we read a story for reading. So let's read this again, and I want you to listen and make a picture in your head. Damien has 14 brownies. Close your eyes, and I want you to picture our friend Damien, and he's holding a plate, and he's got 14 brownies on his plate. Do you see them? They look so good, I want to eat them. He's got 14 brownies there. But then he puts that plate down and he goes to the oven and he bakes 22 more. So does he still have the 14 on his plate? You see them? They're still sitting there, aren't they? Can you see him over there at the oven making more brownies? And then he's going to put them all together. Can you see that in that problem, we are adding? It's important that you have to be able to see what is happening in the story. Okay? Let's check out this other one over here. There were 39 students on the bus. 27 of the students got off the bus. How many students are still left on the bus? What am I doing in this problem? You got it. Take away. How do you know? How do you know I'm subtracting? There's a good clue right there when it says that they got off the bus. They got off the bus. See if I can kind of highlight that word. They got off the bus. They got off. That means they were there and then they left, right? And then listen to the question. How many students are still left on the bus? If they are still left, that's like saying Mrs. Glick had 15 stickers and I gave some away. How many do I have left? A lot of times when you hear that, how many are left? How many are still there? Those are also clues that make you think, I bet it's subtraction. But again, words can be tricky. So don't just look for more or now or off or left because those words can fool you. Again, we need to see the story in our head. So right now, I'm going to read it again, and I want you to see it in your head. You ready? There were 39 students on the bus. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to picture that school bus. You've seen it. When it gets ready to leave school, maybe you don't ride the bus. Maybe your parent pick up. But remember when we went on our field trip and we all got on the bus? I want you to get that picture in your head. Here's all these boys and girls sitting on the school bus. Do you see them? Yeah, they're all sitting on the school bus. Now we pull up in front of the museum and the driver opens the door. And 27 of the students, they get off the bus. You see them? Watch them all. They're all walking down. They're getting off the bus. Now, my question wants to know how many are on the bus still. Well, if they were there, but you see some of them getting off, do we add more or are we taking away? Yes, we're taking away. I want you to practice that. Seeing a picture inside your head. That way you know you do the right answer. Okay? Because some of you in the classroom, this is where we got confused. The problem would ask us how many are left on the bus, and instead you just look at the two numbers and you'd add them together. Yeah, you know you did that. I saw you. Or over here, where we had an addition problem. But you didn't read the problem. You didn't see it in your head, and you just thought, I bet it's takeaway. And you took those two numbers and you took them away. And you got the wrong answer because you're not listening to what the story is asking you to do. So the important part today is we're going to be paying attention to what the story is asking us to do because you're going to have both adding and subtracting and you are going to have to figure out which one it is. Okay? All right, I'm going to come over here to our problems for today. It's hiding right back here. Nope, that's the one we just did. There we go. That's the one we need. And now I'm going to move myself over here. Okay, let's listen to this story and we're going to make a picture in our head and then we're going to see if we can figure out what the story is asking us to do. All right, here we go. At a birthday party, there were 36 cupcakes. First thing I want you to do, get that picture in your head. You're at a birthday party and you're looking at the table and there's all these cupcakes sitting on the table. Yum, yum, yum. 36 cupcakes all laid out there on the table. The birthday party starts and 24 cupcakes were eaten by the children who came to the party. 24 of those cupcakes, they took them off the table and they ate them. How many cupcakes are left? Now think. The cupcakes were there. Some children came and ate some. How many are left? What do I need to do? Do I need to add or do I need to take away? Yes. How many do you think we need to add? How many do you think we need to take away? Whew, I'm so glad I see more of these hands. Yes, take away. Think about it. There were cupcakes, but when you eat it, you take it away and you eat it, don't you? So if you're taking it away, that means we need to subtract. So now let's look at our problem and see if we can solve it and find the answer. Let's see. There were 36 cupcakes at the party. Now I can draw my blocks. 10, 20, 30. Remember, got to switch to ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 cupcakes on the table, right? Here, I'll even draw the table. Here's the table. They're all sitting on the table at that birthday party, waiting to get eaten. And then what happens? Some boys and girls come, very hungry boys and girls, and they eat 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 of those cupcakes. They ate them all up. How many cupcakes are still left sitting on that table? Let's count them and find out. I see 1, 2 there. Only 2 ones. And how many over here? 1. So again, I'm going to write my number sentence. There were 36 cupcakes. We took away 12. I'm sorry. We didn't take away 12. I got my numbers mixed up. We took away, try that again, 24. And how many are left? That's the 12, huh? 12. There were 36. We crossed out 24 because that's how many got eaten. And then we counted to see how many were left. We got this, huh? Shall we try it Alanice's way? Let's try that. 36 cupcakes. 24. Again, I'm making sure my 10s and my 1s are lined up. Line down the middle to make sure I keep them straight. Okay? It's take away. What is 6? Take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many's left? 2. I have 3. And I take away 1, 2. How many's left? 1. Again, have a look at this. Did we get the same answer here and here? Yes. Sometimes it's good to try and solve a problem 2 different ways. Because if you get the same answer, you know you're right. If you get a different answer, uh-oh, you better go back and recount something. So that's a good check. Okay? All right, we ready? We're going to do one more. And I know I forgot to tell you to get some paper, but I hope you went and got your paper first. My bad, I forgot. Well, you watched me do this one. Now we're going to do the next one. Okay? And I need you to help me. So if you don't have a paper yet, stop, hit pause, go get a paper. While you do that, I'm going to erase this one so we can make our new one. Here we go. There it is. You got your paper? Very cool. Here's our next problem. There were 15 students playing soccer on the playground. 15 students out there playing soccer. I want you to see that in your head. You see them? They're all running around. I see Efren out there, and there's Yahir and Emiliano, and I see Gael. Oh, and look, even Danya's out there playing. Yes, Danya too. And I see Beatrice and Rahaf, and there's Yaneli. You guys are all out there playing soccer. Nice. I love it when you all play together. You see them? You see everybody out there? Cool. Well, then their other second grade or other first grade classes came out to recess, and 12 more students, sorry, got an itch. 12 more students came out and they joined the game. 12 more. Maybe Edwin and Sitlali from the other classes. They came out and joined us too. And I see, who else is over there? Oh man, all kinds of friends out there. Look at them all. They're all out there playing. Do you see how they all came together to join and play the game? So now my question is, how many students are playing soccer? How many of them are out there? Okay, I think you got this one figured out already because I see a lot of you smiling and going like this. If there were 15 students out there running around playing soccer, and then some more students came and joined the game, am I adding or am I taking away? Again, show me with your hand. If you think they're adding, raise your hand if you think that it's an adding problem. Raise your hand if you think it's a takeaway problem. I like it. I don't see any hands for takeaway. See, this is pretty easy, huh? You got this. So now that we know what we need to do, we need to add because we're putting them together. Now that we know what we need to do, now let's solve it. Here we go. You got your pen? In fact, I want you to pause this machine. I want you to solve this one for me. Pause the machine, stop, solve it yourself, and then come back and turn this on when you're done. All right, y'all done? You got it figured out? You found the answer? All right, let's see if you got it. Same thing I did. I know that first there were 15 students playing soccer. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did you get that? Or did you just write the number? 15. Thumbs up if you got it. Yeah? Okay, don't wait and copy me. You got this. And then 12 more students came to join them. Remember, I'm putting them together. So I need to draw 12 more. Or I need to write 12 more, making sure that I keep them lined up nice and straight, because this one is adding. All right, let's count them and see how we did. Ready? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Let's check over here. 5 in my head. 5, 6, 7. I got the same number. I must be doing something right. All right, let's count these tens. 1, 2. I see 2 of them. How many we got over here? 1, 2. Let me write my number sentence. 15 students were playing. 12 more came to join. And I said over here I have 2 tens and 7 ones. Did I get the same answer both times? So how many students are out there playing soccer right now? 27. Yes, I wish we could all be out there playing soccer right now. I really do. Whew. All right. Have you got this? I think you got this. I think this is going to be easy for you. So here is your job right now. Uh-oh, you know what? I forgot to turn it on. Let me get our paper. All right, there it is. I forgot to open it up, but luckily I can pause this and then I can show it to you. Today you're going to have 2 word problems to do. Mostly because, like I said, I want to know if you can find the difference between an adding and a subtracting. So we've got 2 problems here, and I'm going to give you a hint. One of them is adding, one of them is take away. Your job is to figure out which one is which. Okay? Now I'm sure you can read these, but I'm going to read them for you. So if you go to do these problems and you can't read it, just come and play this movie again and I'll read it for you. This one says, there were 48 apples at the store. 24 of them were sold. How many apples are left at the store? Remember to write your number sentence here at the bottom, and you also need to show me your work. You can either use the tools up here to draw your blocks. You can actually write your numbers. If you use this box here and click over here, you can write your numbers. 48, adding or subtracting, I'm not going to tell you which, okay? If it comes out small like that, if you click this little plus, see how it makes the numbers bigger so you can see them? Okay? So you can either write your numbers or you can draw your blocks, but make sure you show me a number sentence. If you don't want to use this paper, just write it on a blank piece of paper, take a picture and send it to me. Okay? All right. The second problem says, there were 12 ducks and 34 fish swimming in the pond. How many total animals were swimming in the pond? So again, you need to think, am I adding or am I taking away? Show your work and write a number sentence. We got this? I know you got this. You do this, you will be so ready for second grade. Okay? You still have your math book at home. Keep practicing that during the summer. Again, these lessons will be up in Google Classroom, so that you can keep practicing, keep doing it. It's okay if you've already done a lesson once. Go back and do it again. Not going to hurt. Good practice for you. Okay, so keep practicing your math, keep practicing your reading, and I will see you next week for our end of first grade party. But this is it for our lessons, boys and girls. I hope you're keeping up with your work so you keep your brain sharp and you will be ready when school starts back up again and you are a second grader. All right. I will see you next week for our party. Have a great day. Bye bye.